Welcome back to another lesson from the Larder. I am your host, Dan Whitehead, aka the Kitchen Coach, and today I want to bring something to you with a little bit more structure and guts to it, coming straight off the back of the video which I released a couple of days ago, which was all about my response to the question of what is it that people want within the workplace. So just to gloss over what that was, it was in relation to a post which I'd seen on a WA Chefs Network, and it was all about a chef, an employer, asking what it is that the employees out there are wanting. My viewpoint is that if we are building businesses that are essentially with a tribe mentality, so tribe and culture, tribalism being the people that are around us, the culture that brings us and binds us all together, if that is rock solid, we essentially don't really need to say to people, what is it that you want? Because they already know what they want because they see it from what we project outwards. Okay? So I thought what I'll do today is I'll jump in and I wanted to go right back to basics of this. It's all good and well for someone to say, you've got to work on the culture of your business and you've got to do all these things. We could target a million different things, but what I thought today is we'll just go straight into the most simple one thing that you can get done, 3 questions that you can ask to help establish that and see where your tribe is, how well it's being held together by the culture in there. So one of the first things that I guess, when I was thinking about this, I came back to health and fitness. And as a coach in health and fitness for a long time, and also as a trainer, assessor, and a business coach, sometimes it's really easy to overcomplicate these kind of scenarios and situations with too many fluffy questions. So here's the question, really straightforward and simple. Where is your culture? Where's it at? What does everybody think about the place that they work in? Why are they there? What is it that brings them to you? How is that glue of culture holding everything together? Do you have a problem with workplace culture? Okay. Is there something potentially eroding away at that structure that maybe you as the owner, as the manager, the head chef, the foreman, whatever it might be, you may have worked your ass off for a really long period of time to elevate things to the point where to you, sometimes we can be a little bit blind to these things. To you, everything is fine. There's never a problem. But if you're advertising and no one's coming knocking, people are just sort of staying away, and you're dropping lots of money on staff and you still can't attract the right staff, or you can't hold on to the staff, then it's kind of showing that there is a bit of a problem there somewhere. So the easiest thing to do is just start with the base level. Where are you at? And how do you do that? How do you get the base level? Well, it's really simple. Let's go with 3 questions. Best place to start. You can send out flyers, you might send out emails. I know if I was to hit up a group of students with this, it'd be a whole bunch of things. But the one thing that we overlook in business all the time is your staff. Your staff are the people that would be able to tell you whether or not what is happening in the place is good or bad. If it is finite or if it's infinite. So first things first. Every single staff member in your business, in your care, under your guidance, needs to be hit with the same questions. Generally speaking, I would always start with the people who have the shittiest job. The cleaners, the bussies, the kitchen hands. There's 2 reasons for this. Number 1, it's because these guys and gals and these people are generally the ones that are overlooked. So automatically, if there is a bit of an issue there, they're probably looking for an opportunity to actually voice it. Number 2, they hear a lot of stuff, okay? Now, when doing this, it's not about going about, a witch hunt. You're not going around saying, hey, what have you heard from this person, from that person, and blah, 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 blah. You are literally just trying to ascertain from people using the same branch of questions, their feedback. So, why are you here? Very simple question. The response can tell you so much about your business. For example, if you were to ask somebody why they are there, why do you work for me? The money. Why else? The money. Why else? Not the money. There has to be another. Tell me. It doesn't matter what it is. Tell me why you're here. You need to invest as much time as you can with each person as well. So you need to put aside some time and actually allocate some time to asking the question. If you have 10 staff, allow maybe half hour to an hour for each staff member with this question. And let them chip away at what it is. If you've been sitting there after 15, 20 minutes, and here's the other thing for you as the leader or the manager, you need to be able to sit silently. You need to be able to go, why are you here? And just let it ride. Just listen. If there's an uncomfortable silence, prompt. There's no issues, no one's in trouble here. This is a safe space. This is absolutely good. This is no reflection on your job, your rostering, the hours that I give you. There is nothing like that. Reassure the person, because sometimes people will not feel able to speak their mind if they don't feel that they have that connection. But again, in saying that, that is a note that you should be taking. Because if every person within your business is uncomfortable to actually be honest with you, given the opportunity, then that's telling you something as well. So every single person, ask them why they're here. Write it down, come back to it later on, okay? The second one, what can I do better? Silence. Give the person the opportunity to actually respond to you. What can I do better? What can I do better? You're taking ownership then as well. So we could sit here and say, hey, everybody, once your responses, I know there's some people who are not really happy. Let's all have a big group meeting and go, oh, what can we all do better? That's sharing the onus of responsibility on every other person around you, and sort of as the operator, as the manager, the owner, the leader, it's kind of shifting blame. So you do have to have a bit of humility with this, and for it to work, for the process to begin, and actually ask the question of, what can I do better? And again, when you open up that circle of trust and you give people that opportunity to actually respond to you, and you show them that there's no retaliation, you show them that you appreciate it, you are automatically starting to change the culture of the workplace right there. And then the last one, and this is kind of harking back to what we see from a lot of big businesses. Every time we go somewhere, if you hang up from a Zoom call, how likely, blah, 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 can you answer a few questions? If you are working in an industry that, for example, we'll take the kitchen, we'll say, chefs, you've got a business and you have 6 chefs working for you, cooks, apprentices, whatever else, and you're struggling to find staff, and you have a relatively high turnover of staff, so you know that there's a bit of a problem underpinning. Asking the third question of, would you or have you recommended to any of your friends that they come and work here? Again, the silence, allowing your crew, your team, your tribe, the opportunity to actually respond to the question. Again, the process takes time. We don't change from a half-assed kind of tribe culture in a business to everyone's on board and let's have this place humming overnight. It takes effort from all parties involved, but especially from the people that are up there on the way down. There's a difference between being a manager, between being the owner. Okay, it's kind of like we can be the business manager, or we can be the parent. We can be the big brother. We can be the leader. And the trick is to identify where things are going wrong, where they also have the biggest potential to go wrong. You can track some data, of course, from this kind of process. You might be asking a question of 2 chefs, same age. One has been with you for 3 months, one has been with you for 9 months. Okay, you know that they're on the same pay level, for example. Maybe they're doing a similar job, but their responses might be vastly different. Okay, the chef that's been with you for 9 months may be taking a very long time to respond to you, whereas the chef that's been with you for 3 months may be at a point where they're just happy to give you a response straight away. It's not a perfect system. Nothing is perfect about change. Change takes time. It can be a little bit messy, but at the end of the day, if you want to make changes within your business and you want to start actually working from, building that positive culture, making your workplace the place where everybody wants to be, start building yourself towards that employer of choice, you become the tribe, you're attracting people into your circle. To attract people to want to come into your circle has to be attractive going out. It's as simple as that. So that's lessons from the Larder for today. If you like this episode, if you know somebody that might get something out of this, please hit the subscribe button, like and share it on your feeds everywhere, and tag me in, the Kitchen Coach. I'm hoping to grow this. I'm hoping to be able to bring you guys as much information as I possibly can. If there's questions that you need answered, if there's things that you'd like me to sort of delve into, please feel free to do so. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of Lessons from the Larder.